All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again and hope and pray that we're good to go. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying. And technology is decided to not get along with me today. That's okay. I can figure this out. And it was after all this testing I did. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my God. Okay, let's just hope I can come back on screen. Every time technology gives me a problem, y'all have to drink. Okay. Hello. Hello. I'm here. Oh my God. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you find me in the night? I'm sorry, Barbara. I'm doing you bad. Okay. I'm here. Can y'all see the words coming out of my mouth? All right, I'm just going to share this. Thank you for being so patient with me. I guess in life you're supposed to just breathe and not. I always have a saying: things have a way of working out, even when they're not working out, but they're working out, so we're good. Whoops, that's not where I wanted that to go. Hold on. I am going to share this with my members at Your Artful Journey so that they know. No, stop hitting the wrong button. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think I shared it right there. Please share. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I have no idea why it's working here now, but it's working. Okay, I am live. Hi, my name is Tracy Apple. You're live in my studio. I guess what happens is this is the way it's supposed to go, and we're not going to worry. We're not going to fret. I'm going to put this keyboard away because guess what's going to happen? I'm going to get paint all over it. So it is Mixed Media Wednesday. That sounds weird. I have to tell you, Carol Lee goes, what did I miss? Nothing, just technology. Wasn't agreeing with me. Okay, so I usually get like 15 minutes to talk. My name is Tracy Apple. You are live in my studio. I hope I'm live. It's Wednesday night. Here's the thing that is going on in my little world, and I'm sorry. My right eye hurts because I poked myself in the eye with a palm frond, trying to do something that maybe I shouldn't have been doing, and I got poked in the eye. So let's talk about something that's happening next week. There it is. It is called the Great Fall Heart Art Journal Challenge. Who is joining me? Who is joining me on that 4-day art journaling experience? And yes, there's a hidden heart, but not so hidden in every single one of those. I hope you're going to join me. Me. I'm giving the link. And hopefully that's working. Okay, good. I'm giving the link. All right. Oh, I am so excited because I feel like at this point, this could be my biggest challenge ever. And I still have the philosophy that if you build it, they will come. Y'all are showing up, and I thank you so much. So we start on Monday. The cost is $10. We are doing 3 pages in 4 days. I do Q&A. I answer your questions. The supplies are not included. Guess what? For $10, I can't ship those supplies to you. Erin, if you're a member of anybody, of Your Artful Journey, my membership group, it is free for you. I have paint in my hair. I paint my hair. It is free for you. You should have gotten an email 2 weeks ago. If you didn't get the email, send an email to support@yourartfuljourney.com. I am hoping that Anne is here tonight. Anne, my sidekick, are you there? I hope you are. Okay, good. Carla just said, I got my Jelly Arts, our journal kit. Good. So if you're a member of Your Artful Journey, you are part of my tribe. It is free, 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 free. Don't pay for it. Please save your $10 because it costs me more than $10 to refund that to you. All right. As for other things, here is so much that is going on my brain. Also, I have a retreat in Fort Worth that is nearly sold out. I spent most of today gathering stuff for the swag bags, and all of my sponsors have come through. Oh my God. So just so you know, if you're going to the retreat, and I just showed something of a piece of art that I did that was for one of our classes, and guess what? I ruined it, so I have to go back and do it. All right. Any other questions before I start? I think that's it. If you have questions about resources and all that other good stuff, let me know. Oh my God, Art Masters, I have so much going on. But I do need to paint tonight. So anybody have any other questions going on want to know? So tonight, normally I do, by the way, Shirley, somebody just posted a free room. Shirley, you're interested, Shirley. What is that? Airplane movie? Shirley, don't call me Shirley. Sorry. I know that's not funny humor. What are we painting tonight? I don't know. I just showed up. I'm having technology problems. I don't know what we're painting tonight. I am going to, it is Mixed Media Wednesday. The reason I say it is mixed media is because I have decided to make every third Wednesday mixed media. If you are wondering, I'm just going to tape off my book real quick. I don't know what we're painting. I never know what we're painting until I start painting. That's my problem. But tonight I have, I don't know, I kind of have fall in my brain. So here's the thing about me. I'm just taping off my book. So I was just sharing that. All right. I'm just taping my book off. Sorry for the technology issues. I'm doing my best as a 50-year-old woman who doesn't really want technology to be an issue. Oh, Darcy, you're asking a really great question. Hold on, I'm going to throw myself here. She said, can you do the background first? Well, we're not working in watercolors, but I am going to do the background first. We're working in acrylics today. And I'm not going to use any of the paint that I just put in the bucket that I was working on things. Jackie, I don't have a good resource for this book yet. I don't. Hold on, this is work. I have to make sure that this is working. And normally I get feedback. Okay, it is working. All right, it's working. I don't have a good resource for this book. It was given to me to test. I think it's working semi-good. There's some things I would change. So I'm not going to I'll give you a link when I have a good working thing going on. Sorry. But it is watercolor book. It is mixed media night. Every third Wednesday we do mixed media because this is the space I come from. See all those acrylics? I have acrylics everywhere. Guess what we're going to paint? I am going to shift the camera. All right, here we go. There we go. Ah, dang it. Let's see if I have some sort of stencil I can pull out. Let's give a little texture to things. Oh, you know what? What's in that? Hold on, I'm looking for a background. I want to add a texture to the background. Okay, it is mixed media night, so get your gesso, your acrylic paints. Oh, I found the stencil I would have been looking for. That never works. It never happens. Okay. We're going to try something today. We're going to make a mess, because guess what? My nest is empty. I have to eat dinner tonight. Carla, you just read my brain. We're doing leaves tonight. We're not doing like really fall leaves, Colin. Sorry, I got injured by a palm frond today. I need to rest this off. I literally poked myself in the eye. So we're going to do some sort of like vines and I'll surprise you. How about that? I'll just surprise you. All right, let's get started. I got to stand up. So I just looked for something that would give me like a this is kind of large for this book, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to go for it. If you haven't experienced any type of painting with me, guess what? I tend to be a little bit off the cuff. I haven't practiced. I don't know what we're doing, but I had this stencil in my brain, and I looked for it. I found it. So, oh, gal, thanks, guys. Yeah, you know what happens? I shouldn't do landscaping. I'm not meant for it. All right, so this is gesso, so you can use any brand of gesso. Whoops, that's a lot. And I'm just going to prime the back or the front. The front. Wow, I really did that. This is like, I'm standing. I should be videotaping my creative process of standing up, but. So I'm just going to willy-nilly paint this. Oops. There we go. Oh. I like to willy-nilly paint things. It doesn't always turn out, Jane. I can give you a really good example of the class that I'm teaching next. By the way, it's for the retreat. I painted something and got so absorbed that I did not. So this is a watercolor book, mixed media paper, whatever. You can. That's what I recommend. I'm not gonna. This book is not on my list yet because I can't find a resource for it. It was sent to me to test out. Okay. All right. So no, this is a book I've been working in a while. So and I'll give you the link. I just can't find a resource and then finding it. So if I'm using mixed multimedia paper, yes, I would still gesso the back of this or the front of it. Sorry. Yeah, I love to prime. Guess what? It just gives you texture. Now, I'm going to not let that dry. Oops, I'm going to somewhat put this on straight. And I'm just going to use gesso for this. Now, what would be fun is a really super cool, like a crackle medium. But I can't wait for the crackles to dry. So I'm just going to do this because I want this to dry. I happen to live in a very arid climate. I like to create under an hour. So this is what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to wash that off. Well, it just fell in the water. I'm going to take a stencil brush. No, that's not a stencil brush. This is a palette knife. Thank you. I haven't really eaten today. No, and that's not really straight, but that's okay. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to palette knife whatever around, and I'll pull it away, okay? So this gesso will dry, but I would love, normally I would do like a great crackle paste. Crackle needs to kind of dry. Throwing a heat gun on it is not recommended really. So I can do as much as I want here. That stencil ain't going nowhere because I got so much. It could be any background. You don't even have to do a stencil. If you just want to take your palette knife and start throwing on some gesso, and just my gesso that I'm using is a Deco Art gesso, the Deco Art Media. It's kind of relatively thick, so it's not going to be running off the page. Now, I'm pretty happy with that. Normally I'm going to take this off. Yep. Now, you may be wondering, because I am going to draw in the middle of this, I'm going to take a good portion of this off. I don't really want to have to paint these straight. I'm going to put some vine. Oops, I need to leave a little bit more, but that's okay. All right. No, I'm thinking a brand new shirt from Stitch Fix on Mixed Media Night wasn't really the intended look, but that's okay. So I'm going to leave it. Good. And everything that's left over, by the way, put it back right in there, okay? Now, we're going to need a heat gun. We're going to need a heat gun because I'm going to try and speed up this drying process like I did on the last, thing I did. And I ruined it, so I'll be painting into the night. I got a little too anxious. And I can smooth things over. I like texture, so I'm not worried. I'm not doing anything that... Don't be worried about... I wanted just a little bit of these ridges, and a crackle would be beautiful in here, but... And I'm moving the heat gun around. Oh, that's a Deco Art Stencil. If you email me, I can probably give you the link. That's a Deco Art Stencil. I don't know if they still have it available. That's Deco Art. Once I get this dried, we can move on. Let's see, I'm just... I love a good background stencil. I think today I'm going to introduce like a Titan buff or like a buff color. I'm just going to pull some paints out. I'm going to use the media line. I can mix it up with Americana paints. This is gonna, I gotta love when I put something on that is so thick. I love Titan buff, cobalt teal. So I'm looking like at cream colored. And then we'll do some greens. So I'm using all acrylic paint tonight. It's the third Wednesday of the month. Oh, hi, Arlene. Now remember, I do record all these videos, so y'all can't hang. This is a free demo. I go kind of quickly. If you're interested in your artful journey, which is my membership, we break it down. By all means, get on that wait list. So I'm pulling colors, and you can pull them in just about any brand. I mean, you can ask me. I'm using some major colors. Oh, Margaret said she's sorry she is late, so we can finally get started. All right. So I pulled like a cream color Titan buff, a cobalt teal hue. I want something in the green family. I don't know if it's like not sap green, but like a Prussian blue. That will be good. What am I feeling? Oh, like a green. Hold on, I'll tell you when I know it. Phthalo green yellow. That might work. But I really want. You know, it's a weird color if I'm having to dig. If I'm having to dig in the back of my drawer, it means I don't normally use it, but it's like when I need it, I need it. Well, maybe that'll work. Oh, phthalo green blue. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Anne, for being on top of everything I'm saying. So, I'm just making sure. And yeah, heat guns are not always the best thing to use because guess what? You're drying it from the outside in. And that's not always great, but I'm going to be gentle with this. I'll let it dry because now I have to move back onto the project that I messed up earlier. Yes, projects get messed up. Remember this is my stain brush with the gesso. I'm not a big wash your brush off person. The stencil is from Deco Art. If you drop me an email, I can, on the resources page, I have a link to Deco Art. And you can use my discount code there. All right. I have one other color in mind. Green gold. I'm going to try and limit it to just these three in the background, I think. And I'm getting a new palette so y'all can see what I'm doing here. That's what I'm going to do. All right. A little bit of cobalt teal. Green gold. I love a good green gold. And Titan buff. You can find these. Oh, I like Titan buff. Okay. So where am I starting? Oh, I can't believe I'm starting here, but I'm going to start here. Because I do have leaves on the brain, but I don't know exactly where they're going to be. And I am not going to wash my brush off in between. I am going to just roll with this until I kind of get the background I want. If I don't get there, I will just pretend I got there. So now I'm going to roll to that. When you are putting wet paint on wet paint, you start to mix said paint. And I will want that in the beginning, but then I'm not going to want it, and I'll let things dry, or I am filling this up with just the teal and the, that green gold takes a real yellow look. I'm fine with that. And I might even throw, now, I know what was in my brain, and I should probably let this dry a little bit. But I'm going to mix this in right now. This is Titan Buff. It's like a cream colored. Still working with wet paint, so it will blend as I go along. But I'm bringing it back a little bit, if that makes sense. I'm getting lots of thumbs up and hearts. And now, you know what? I pulled out phthalo. Well, did I pull out phthalo turquoise? I did. I don't mind. So I'm going to jump into the Prussian blue hue later. But oh, yes. Okay. Yep. This is phthalo turquoise. Oh, yes. we're going to spend a little bit of time in this background, just a little bit. I'm using a flat brush. This is a 1-inch flat brush. Might be a little bit big for my surface, but I don't care. Here's the thing about paint. You can go forward and you can move back. You can go forward and you can move back. And that's what we're going to do. I can't believe I have to repaint an entire drawing again and re-record it. And this time, I'm going to wait until it thoroughly dries. That's going to be like my thing today. So, now how do I know I'm done? It's when I am happy. Somebody said it seems like the video is frozen. I'm still moving. I'm watching myself live, so. If I'm frozen, let me know. Okay. All right. I'm going to be done for a moment. Let this dry. I will answer, I promise I will answer questions at the end. I'm just trying to make sure I get every part of this. Yeah, it's working for me too. I can see it. So you might have to hit refresh, but if I'm frozen, you might not know. Okay. I'm giving it a little dry, and a little dry. I'm just gonna, and I don't like really rinsing off my brush. I like to just keep flowing till I get there. I don't even know when I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna back this off just a little bit because I still got more to add in here. Don't worry, we'll see that background. We'll get it, we'll see it. Yeah, kind of good. I feel like I got some of the yellow, some of the green gold coming out. Like I got some of all the colors I put in there, which I like. I don't want to go crazy. And I do want to finish this by 6:30. Remember, this is just a free demo. I'm inspiring you to create and dig into what you have going. And we will see that stencil I put. It'll come back. I'm going to push that up a little bit. Oh, I love this. Want some more texture? Let that bubble. Now I did say we're going to do leaves because that was something I pulled out earlier because I was working on another project. Okay. Let me type, oh, feels good. Feels good. So I pulled out, these are all Deco Art Stencils, by the way, and I think they're having a stencil sale, and sale. I am a Deco Art maker, so if you go to my resources page, there is a discount code in there, and so I just had pulled these out. I was working on something else, so they happen to be out, and I'm going to utilize them. Oh, shoot. This was I was actually going to draw something similar to this. I'm going to use this. This is what I was going to draw. This is what I was going to draw. I can draw this. This is super simple. Up, out, out, out. But I have that in there. I didn't even know that's where that came from. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay. So here we go. Oh, I do want to make sure this is still wet. Just want to make sure everything is dry. Now, there's something called dry time and curing time. Drying of what I'm doing is I'm just doing a simple heat set. I'm not going to close this book for a couple of days because this needs to dry. It needs to literally dry. It needs to cure. So I grabbed out that phthalo green. Hopefully this will be dark enough. If it's not, I can always mix something into it. Give that a little shake. And I'm going to use a stencil brush. But of course, I used all my stencil brushes on what I was working on. Okay, here's the secret to stenciling. Now, I'm going to probably draw this because I can draw that. But all right, here's the secret to stenciling. I'm going to move this over. I want you to be able to see this. So this is my green paint right here. I tapped in here. I tapped over here. I'm brushing that off. I am brushing off most of the paint that I put on my paintbrush or on my stencil brush. Stencil brush, okay, I'm going to move that up. And the reason I do that is because the number one thing people tell me is, oh my goodness, when I stencil, it leaks underneath. So less paint is the secret. You're using too much paint if that is leaking under. Now, if mine leaks under, I don't care. I just don't get that. All right. Well, good. Let's just, I want it to be subtle. I don't want it to be real crazy dark. Now, in order to keep moving on, I might have to dry. So these stencils that I'm using are available through Deco Art. If you go on my resources page, I give a link. There are so many stencil companies out there. Now, I'm going to mix this up. I don't need this to be all one type. Now, I probably should, you know what, there's another green in here. I normally like to blend a few greens, or, you know, I can use a little Payne's gray or something, but here's a Sept green. You know, there's so many colors in paint, so just pull them out. Yeah, if you go on my resources page, I'm in about midway down. I'm a Deco Art maker, so I have lots of their stuff. I can also draw these, but I'm looking for subtle. I'm not looking for crazy. So you notice I'm going to just throw this here. All right. And I'm just, some will show up, some won't. It's okay. I'm brushing it off. I use the remaining paint. Somebody said, do you reserve a stencil brush for you only using a stamp pad? Yeah, I do that. I do that. I have it. The ones that I use with paint, I don't leave sitting in water. So this is one. Okay. Now keep in mind, see, this happened because this is not that dry. That's okay. I'm at peace with that, but I will go over this. Watch this. I can probably rematch this up. Something similar. Is that? Yeah, I'm not totally, it's not completely 100% dry, which paints get a little mad at you when it's not really. So that's okay. That's going to be going over. Let me just dry it off a little bit more. But you see, I'm going to, and I was literally going to draw some branches up with some, I'll let you know, because it's my favorite color, one of my favorite colors. So let's do something that is a little more of a fern and wrap around the page. And again, here's the key. Really brush that off. So now I'm gonna, now this is kind of, this is like a fern. Now this stencil is a little, this is where it's important not to have a ton of paint And you can mix colors. Go into that sap green. The key is brush it off. Brush it off. Don't have a lot. We're looking for subtle tones. You could do this with stamp pad ink. If you're looking for the stencils I'm using, these are all from Deco Art. Go to my resources page. And you can get, there's a discount code for first time ordering. And I'm just gonna, now, I love a good, see, it's just subtle. But I am trying to draw, like dry things off a little bit, because I don't want to keep going over it. You're welcome. Feel free to ask. I'm here to answer questions. So with, now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to flip this over. So with my membership, we deep dive into things. And some of this, I know it seems like I'm going fast because I do one demo a month, or every week that is free. And if you're looking for more information, by the way, the doors to your artful journey will be open to those. I just worked, they will be open to those who are in the challenge first. And I just did, please be dry enough to not pull up half my paint. Oh, okay, that works. See? See how I'm pulling paint up? It's because I'm working so quickly. But I can go in there and dust those. There we go. Can't even tell. Good. So I'm going to go up. Actually, I'm going to come down here with this one. Oh, goodness. There we go. So the doors to your artful journey open next week. That's what I was recording, by the way. It was content for your artful journey members, and I got it all done, and it looked great. And then I wasn't worried about dry time, but then I started rushing, and I ruined a perfectly good painting that I have to redo. But okay. Oh, so it's looking a little. Leaves. Yeah, kind of promised that. Now, this is exactly what I was going to draw. I wonder if I can be really, this was exactly what I was going to draw. I was going to do like a cherry blossom type thing, which is exactly this, like something, but, oh, Connie just said, love the tribe. Now, I feel like, no, I'm going to leave that open. I'm okay. I don't feel like every aspect of this. Oh, yeah. One more. One more, she said. But I am going to grab a little bit of, let's just do carbon black. Oh, no, I'm going to use like a Payne's gray. One more. And I want it to be just a little bit darker. One more. There's Payne's gray. Just a little bit of Payne's gray. And there's this guy right here. Do I want it darker? Do I want it? Oh, get away from there. Oh, okay, gotta move this out of the way. I know, I'm gonna fill this dead spot right here. It's probably not a dead spot. It was just, whatever color of green with a little bit of Payne's gray gets mixed in there is what's going on that. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be. I just want something filled in here. Whatever paint's left on the palette's going. Okay. Pull it away. Pull it away. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay, perfect. Oh my God. Payne's gray is like a mainstay. Now, I washed this off. I was debating because legit, this is what I was going to draw. something very similar to this in black. So why don't I do it? All right, that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna make sure this is dry. Yeah, I do have a discount code. I am a Deco Art maker. So if you go on my page, I did when I work in mixed media. A lot of times it's going to be Deco Art because I used to work for them and I'm most familiar with their products. But I can answer a lot of questions. Welcome to the jungle. Isn't that what it feels like? All right, now I can paint this, or let's do something. This is exactly what I want. Is Deco Art a heavy-bodied paint? Carrie Ann, they make several different paints. The ones I was just using were a medium, the ones I were just using were media paints. This is their media line. These are not heavy-bodied. They do make your typical craft paints, and they do make a more heavy-bodied acrylic, but all the colors I mentioned are used. All right, so now, because let's just see how this turns out. This might not turn out. This is a Ranger stamp pad, archival ink, Ranger. I'm going to make my life easier because it is 6:20, and I always promise this will be done by less than an hour, but we have technical issues. So let's just do this. Let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, then we'll figure it out. We'll reinvent the wheel. Okay? And I don't need, oh, yeah, it worked. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's okay. That's what I was looking for. Don't worry. So I'm going to, this stencil brush I'm using is out of my Dynasty brush sets. And it is a Stencil Brush Pro. I love these and I only use these for this one particular brush. I only use this. I don't wash it off, and I use it just for ink. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yep. Loving it. I'm flipping it over. Hopefully that won't leave anything. That's okay if it does. Pretty. This was exactly what I had in my brain, but it was before I saw this. I can actually draw this. Take a liner brush up, make a few stems. You don't need a stencil to do this, but look at how easy this is. Okay. Ooh, okay. Good, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. Okay. 4. I can emphasize this later. Okay, 4. That's going down there. And I have to have one more, otherwise my brain won't operate the same way. My brain will fall off the face of the planet. Here we go. Nope. Okay. Nope. Please don't. I'm going to just do this. This will give me 5 in my brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. In fact, you know what? This will give me one more over here. I could draw this though. I have to figure out how to clean that stencil, but that's okay. All right. Get it? Get it? Got it? Gone. All right. Now, who wants to guess? The good news is I love this color, and it's going to pop, and it's not difficult to do it. Now, for those of you who are wondering, because of how I operate, carbon black, black. I'm using more colors than I thought I would. Did I pull black out? Where's the black? Come on. This is what happens when I paint before I paint. Carbon black. Thank you. Let's throw this on my palette. A little bit of carbon black and a liner brush. What's a liner brush? A liner brush is a very thin brush that makes me exquisitely happy. Hi, Irene in New Zealand. I know you love. All right. So this is my liner brush. This is what I was talking about. Now, I'm just going over my little drawing just because I want to, and I want to not make it look like some pre-manufactured stencil. I just want it to be a labor of my love. My love, my love, my love is true. Okay. So I'm just going in here. This is why I said I could have drawn this, but look at how cool this was. It saved me a boatload of time. And time is money, because now I have to go back and repaint something that I smeared because I was being too impatient. I should record the outtake. The outtake was me swearing, and I don't normally do that, but and I can add things, you know. By the way, now is the time to just make it your own. I don't like following the lines. That irritates me. So make new lines. Make your own lines. Okay, are we good? Now, here is going to be, I'm going to look up. I promise. I sometimes get a little lost. I'm a little lost. I need something. Hold on. I need. Okay. Pyrrole red. How you make my heart so happy. Oh, before I do the pyrrole red, because it's going to make my heart happy. However, it is going to also make, it's going to be really thick. I'm going to wipe off that stencil brush that I had in the, I need a very dry one. Do I have a, okay, here's a dry one. Very dry stencil brush. I'm going to take Prussian Blue Hue. Prussian Blue Hue is like the happiness of Prussian Blue. I'm going to just go around the edges, okay? Just around the edges. Remember that awesome stencil I used at the very beginning that you all think is buried and gone? It's not gone. I'm going to go around the edges. Oh, see, this is where I'm getting impatient, and I just put black paint down, and I'm going to smear it, but whoops. We're not going to smear it. We're not going to smear it. We are just going to do this. Okay, whoops. That was a little too thick over there, but oh well, I don't care. It's my page. I will cry if I want to. Okay, I'm just going to go over the, okay, I darkened that. I'm at peace. Oh, okay. Here we go. Prussian blue, or Prussian, Pyrrole red. Here we go. Yep. And the great thing, that's what I was going to draw. So kind of cool with that, because now I don't have to draw some really crazy flowers. Guess what? I can add them wherever I want because they're just dots. And you think there's something amazing, but they're not. And yep, I'm putting this on really thick. Pyrrole red is Ferrari red. It is amazing. It is happy. It is bright. It is vibrant. Yep. 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 Literally, that is what I was going to paint, and this is what I was going to do. But that stencil is actually a little bit bigger than what I would have done, but that's okay. It's working tremendously because I picked up a big fat brush. Now I will seal this when I'm done. And you don't have to follow the stencil. Just start adding random dots. Just be careful you don't go over what you did. Just make this your own. This is your book. Oh, golly. Now, the reason I did that background before was because this is really thick. Like, if I go in there, I will probably mess that up. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to try and dry these right now, but I'm sure my heat gun, like I did these so thick. So we'll try and dry them. I'll try to take the tape off, but legit, that's pretty wet. And we survived. Like, it was kind of a leafy background. Look at that. I pulled the paint up right there. Well, you know, I got paint over here. Just, I don't know where this brush, oh, that was the pack. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't want anything that I pulled the paint up that's gonna kind of bug me. So I'll just go in there and darken it. Yep. Don't get into that red. Don't get into that red. But you can take whatever paint is left over. And yeah, I was rushing. I know it. I'm in rush mode today. I'm painting in crazy mode, I guess. But there we go. I'm just dusting over things that I pulled the paint up because I was being impatient, Sally. All right. I will jump on and answer some. I'm going to try and pull this tape up. Not going to be happy with me, but here we go. All right. Let's get the paint out of the way. Oh, anybody happy? I'll be so jazzed if I don't freaking run this all over because, all right. Now, with this paper, it's super delicate. I really have to run the heat gun over the tape to get it to release. So let's just pray we have no major malfunctions here. I like to remove the tape because I like to prove that in under an hour, you can somewhat come up with a halfway decent piece of art. That makes you happy and you enjoy that creative process. Very good. And yes, warming up the tape really seems to help here on this paper because it's so delicate. I don't normally work with real delicate paper, but this book is delicate. And when I have delicate paper, I treat it delicate. And I'm not a very delicate person. Does anybody think I'm going to mess this up by using a heat gun, my hands, and pulling tape at the same time? Oh, okay. See? Gotta heat it up. Heat it up. I got a mess, but I don't have any kids home. So technically, I could wake up and have it messy tomorrow. By the way, I came home and there was a kid home. Okay. Oh, I love mixed media. It makes my heart so happy. Okay, my stencil's in the garbage. I'll probably end up throwing it away. All right. What did we learn today? Did you all learn something? What not to do? All right, that has to dry, but I can let it dry on its own because we're done. And it is 6:33 and I started late. And oh my goodness, I love this. I love this. So happy with my Jelly Arts Joyful Journal kit shipped today. Yes. Okay. I'm coming back. I'm going to answer a couple questions, and then I'm going to go back to my regularly scheduled life, and that's trying to get some dinner. Hopefully this is all. Ooh, I made a mess today. All right. If y'all don't think I stress out over things, I do. We're done. I'm going to keep rubbing my eye. This does remind me of a Christmas card. So it does remind me of a Christmas card. Oh, shoot, I took the tape off. Oh, well, that's okay. It'll be fine. All right, so here's the thing that I'm going to finish this off. My demos on Wednesday are free. I try to provide as much information as I can. Hitomi just said she has to add Payne's Gray and Titan Buff to her her shopping list. There are some things that I totally think that you should have in your arsenal of colors. Yes. I probably just used quite a few of them. I wanted to keep this down to like 4 or 5 colors, but I got a little crazy, and I love crazy. I love when I'm sitting here and I'm just experimenting. Yeah, and I didn't get any paint on my brand new shirt. So that's good news. What can I tell you other than I have to go repaint something. If you guys want to join me for the Great Fall Heart Art Journal Challenge, there is a Pyro Red heart in every one of those pages. It starts on Monday. Don't worry, we will be live at 8 a.m. every morning. I will repeat the questions so that if you watch it in replay later on for the next 30 days, you're going to get the same answers. I encourage everybody to create from the space they're in and what they have. Yes, every third Wednesday, I am doing mixed media. And the reason I do that is because I want to stretch you all, your Artful Journey members. The doors open again next 23rd, Thursday, and they close on Monday, Thursday to Monday. If you're thinking about joining, the cost is $37 a month or $370 a year. You get 2 free months. And we deep dive into things that I'm doing. Tommy just said, your hair looks like your Beyonce. It's super warm in here. And when I turn all the studio lights on, I start to roast in here. So yeah, I'm doing the Beyonce thing. I hope you guys just take away from every Wednesday that I love sharing my creativity with you, and I just want you to encourage you. If you got a boatload of paint, don't worry about using the same colors I did. Switch it up. I love this because Sherry just said, so worth it. I love your artful journey. That's the other thing. Next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm going to be interviewing and featuring 2 Artful Journey members a day and talking to them live on Facebook here. So if y'all want to be featured, make sure you contact Anne. She is behind the scenes handling that. Our challenge is recorded, or it is live, but it is recorded every single day. The one thing I like to do, and this is every challenge that I do, or every art party, or anything I do, I want you to be able to replicate it, and I want you to finish it in the time frame that I finish it in. So we're going to do a page a day, and I kept the supply list small, easy. I just want you to paint with me. That's all I want you to do. So, so Leslie said, is the challenge live or recorded? The answer is yes. It is live at 8 a.m. Pacific time every day. It is recorded. You can replay it over and over and over again. It's there in the Facebook group for 30 days. This challenge is free for your Artful Journey members because it's within an art journal. And that's all I have to say about that. I feel like Forrest Gump right now. I hope you all enjoyed tonight. I will photograph said page This video is available on my YouTube channel. You can watch it over and over and over again. I gotta find a new thing to watch on Netflix or Amazon Prime because yesterday I watched My Unorthodox Life, and then today I watched the Lulu Rowe documentary. I'm a documentary person. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know, because now I have to figure out what is for dinner. I have nobody at home. So when I say I have to figure it out, normally I could eat leftovers from other people, but I don't have any. So I have to repaint something for a class. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I know we go fast. I know I will get the normal messages of people who said, you went way too fast for me. Well, guess what? I just want y'all to stretch yourself and go and not overthink everything. Oh, I got a new one. Watch clickbait. Okay, that's next. I'll watch that. Charlie said, have a delightful evening. Between now and Monday, I'll be live talking about us going live. So if you miss it and want to share with your friends, please tell them to join us. Okay? Oh, the sun has set. See, normally I need this light on now. Thank you guys for putting up with the sound effect issues. I'm sorry that we had that. I'm learning as I go along. I'm trying to be technologically savvy. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget, you can join my YouTube page and hit subscribe there. Anytime I upload something, you'll be notified. I am live every Wednesday night at 5:30 p.m. for free. Your Artful Journey members. Tomorrow is Thursday morning, and we're doing morning meditation. Y'all want to go into the group and tell me what you're in the mood for? I will consider what you said, and I'll let it go into my brain. So drop in there and tell me what you're in the mood for. Tomorrow, we're live in the morning for your Artful Journey members. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.